Without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're very excited at this opportunity. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on 3D and augmented reality and how these two features will help increase e-commerce conversions. So by way of introductions, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ishmael Karabalut. I am an account executive here at Threekit. I am also joined by Will Thompson. He is a member of our solutions engineering team. Just to lay out the lay of the land here, I will be taking us through a couple of slides here in the beginning just to chat about why we are even having this conversation now and why it's important to talk about 3D and AR. And then Will is going to take us through a live demo, just showing you all of the different product experiences that we are able to provide. So with that, let's touch on why we are even having this conversation now, why Threekit exists, and why brands are looking at 3D and AR. And it all points to one thing where this was actually a few years back. A survey came back and they found that 83% of buyers point to product visuals as the most influential factor in online purchasing decisions. So what happened with this was a lot of larger manufacturers or just brands in general weren't prepared for this sort of news, especially when you have, a company. Well, let's take a look at a furniture company where you've got a sofa with 20 different fabrics and 30 different colors per fabric. It would be nearly impossible to be able to manufacture each good and then ship it to a photo studio and then take multiple photographs of each sofa combination or any product in general. So brands were kind of left in the dark here. And then COVID happened. And this massive shift happened with where all of these buyers went towards online. So now all of these brands, which were slowly, adopting, digital tools to be able to cope with this sort of, the need for all of these visuals. They thought they had a couple of years, but they need to do this now and they need to do it quickly because they've gotten this huge influx of online buyers and they don't know how to handle them. They don't know how to provide that right experience to keep them on their site, keep them engaged, and ultimately, drive their customers to add to cart and then check out. And this was a recent survey pulled by Adobe where, this shift we've seen was supposed to happen in 2023, but it's all happened now. So, what is important with visuals? We're going to talk about 3D, where, when we take a look at 3D products online, as a buyer, they are 44% more likely to add to cart and 27% more likely to purchase. So now begs the question, I'm a brand and I don't have 3D models or I have CAD files, but I still have all these other, materials, colors. How do I put and combine all of these together? How do what sort of tool is out there that can make me, scale these visuals online? And this is where Threekit comes in. So what Threekit is doing is we're taking one side of your business, the creative side, where you're going to need all of these different images and all of these different videos, product views, whatever it may be, but also combining it with the commercial side of your business, all of the rules that go with your products. What fabrics can go with what sofa, what wood stain goes with what tabletop or whatever it may be. And then Threekit merges those two together by creating an interactive 3D player for your customer on the front end. But then in the back end, we have an advanced rules and logic engine that has all of your different materials, color options, and then rules. So that way on the front end, your customer is seeing all of these changes happening in real time and are ultimately accurate. So you're getting correct orders every single time. So when we talk about Threekit, we really are able to provide three main product experiences. I'll take you through here where one, we're going to take a look at images where we have our virtual photographer, which basically allows you to, would provide you with a virtual photo studio for you to stage all of your products and then with basically a click of a button, be able to take multiple different angle shots of every single different combination of your product. And this will all be done in the back end through Threekit. So really, it's just you and your team setting the stage of what angles you would like. One click of a button, Threekit gets to work, and in a matter of hours or days, you're going to have all of those images loaded and ready to go within Threekit to then deploy onto your site. Second, we have 3D, and there's two aspects to this. One, with our 3D player, you're ultimately going to allow your customer that opportunity to spin your product around, see it at all angles, and interact with it. So trying to get as close to an in-store shopping experience as possible. But more importantly, with the advanced rules and logic engine, we would be able to provide you with a 3D configurator, so that as your customer is spinning around their product on the right, left side, or somewhere on that product listing page or product detail page, your customer is going to have the option to select different colors, select different fabrics, materials, even add engravings or personalization. And in real time within that 3D viewer, they're going to be seeing those changes. So more of an interactive experience, and also gives it that personalization and that added touch to keep your buyers intrigued. And lastly, we have augmented reality, where we would be able to provide your customers with that opportunity to virtually place their product, their desired product, in their desired location. So they could check to see, is this going to fit? Does this look good on this table, with this granite countertop, with this wall, with this carpet, whatever it may be, to ultimately give them the confidence they need to check out and be happy with their purchase. So with that, one thing I'd like to touch on is all three of these product experiences are all derived from one single 3D design file. So our team is able to take that single design file and then deploy it across all of these different experiences, and then also help scale that single file so you can have all of those different combinations. And we can get into that a little bit later, or Will can cover. But with that, I think this is a good opportunity for us to flip it over to Will. He is going to take us through a live demo for us and show you all three of these product experiences. So with that, Will, take it away.
Thanks, Ishmael. Hey, everybody. It's great to be here. My name is Will Thompson. I'm a member of the solution engineering team here at Threekit. And like Ishmael said, I'm going to show you a live demo today that covers those three main shopping experiences that Threekit can provide. So first, I'll show you how Threekit replaces traditional photography to create really rich and eye-catching visuals. Next, we'll show you how the same 3D model that we use to create those photoreal images can be used to create a near tactile shopping experience with 3D. And then finally, I'll show you how your customers can actually experience your product in their space with augmented reality. So with that, let's dive right in. Here we have a store called Nile Kitchen and Bath. They sell luxury bath and kitchen fixtures. If you do any shopping online, this will look very familiar to you. This is just our catalog of products. And I'm going to scroll through slowly as I talk, just so you can get a look at our product catalog. All the images that you're seeing here were rendered from a 3D model. In Threekit, like Ishmael said, you can set up your virtual photography studio. So you can place lights, cameras, props, decorations, anything you can do in a real life photo studio, a real space, you can do inside of Threekit. So an advantage to that is that you can automate a lot of the photography or image creation. And it gives you a level of consistency that's near impossible to achieve with real photo studios. You can kind of just get a sense of that consistency that I'm talking about while I'm scrolling through these. You can tell in these scenes and stages where you want the product to be. You hit go, and then Threekit will do the rest. So I know I'm scrolling here, but I just really wanted to paint a picture of how many images we can create with just one 3D file. And remember, this is just one thumbnail. Rich thumbnails are important. They kind of are like the entry to your product. It's the first thing that your customer is going to see. But they expect more than just a thumbnail. They expect at least 8 images per product. So even if you have a really good thumbnail, there's still a lot more work to do. And I'm going to show you what I mean with one of our variant products here. So here's our new tab. Like I said before, you have complete control over this digital studio. So you can tell where the camera goes. You can, select what finishes you want, what props you want in the scene. All of these were created in our virtual space. All those bottles, the bathroom, countertops, flowers, everything is in our 3D photo studio. These engaging photos, they're going to help your customers make an informed decision. They're going to want to see these rich photos, and it's going to help them add it to their cart, and it's going to make sure that they don't return this product. And you can see just in this one product that there are roughly 20 or so images that we have. We have these lifestyle shots, we have white sweeps. Every single variant product in this catalog has those 20 images to match. So that's the scale that Threekit can achieve. This is kind of a consolidation of all of the variant products that we have for this new tab. So as I click through these, you can see that the left side, this gallery of all these images, they're going to adjust with my configuration changes. So just imagine creating each of these products with all of the tap heads, all the colors, having to photograph them in 20 different, positions, lighting styles, scenarios. It would be supremely expensive. So there's another kind of addition or additional perk to having the control of this virtual photography studio. Notice the other elements in this bathroom. The taps are matte black here. The tub finish is matte black. Even the finish around the mirrors is matte black. When I change those metal finishes of the tap, it'll reflect on those accent pieces. Here in the shower, that is now the brushed gold that I've selected. Around the mirror, the hardware on the walls, everything gets adjusted. It's a really immersive experience because the chances are when your customer is buying a product, and especially an expensive product, they want to make sure that it fits with their existing, palette, color scheme, whatever they have, their style. They want to make sure it fits, and this is a great way to provide that experience. And when they can imagine it in their space, again, they're more likely to buy. So that's how Threekit creates 3D images from one 3D model, or excuse me, 2D images from a 3D model. We can produce those at a fraction of the time and cost of traditional photography, and it's just one experience that Threekit can provide. So next up, I'm going to show you how that 3D model that we use to generate those images for the new tap can be used in a true 3D experience. So if you've seen a 3D movie or heard 3D, photographs or images might not be the first thing that comes to mind, and that's totally understandable. So this might kind of fit the bill a little bit more when you hear 3D. So again, here's our options to the right, like we had in our virtual photographer configurator, but now we have a 3D space on the left. So when people expect, or when customers are expecting those 8 images per product, you can give them those really rich images, or another alternative would be a true 3D experience. You can get just an exact level of detail, super in and out, super personal with this item. I can see it in all the finishes that I want. And again, it provides that near tactile experience that you can get in the store when you actually handle this product in your hands. So I can configure it again to make it my own. And it even carries all the way through to the shopping experience. So here's an image that we generated earlier, but those images that we use in Virtual Photographer, they're not limited to an e-commerce page. Anywhere that you want your product to be, whether it's marketing materials, social media posts, or even in the checkout experience in the cart, you can use those images from Threekit wherever you want. So that's how 3D works in an e-commerce store. But like Ishmael said, there's one more, which is augmented reality. And I'm going to pull that up for you now. Again, it's our new tap. So just for consistency's sake, you can see just the different experiences you can get with one 3D file. And the great thing about this is that this is right in the browser. Your customers are not leaving your store to go download an app. This works on Apple and Android. They can go on your store, configure this product, see it, make sure it fits with their style. And if it doesn't, even better, they can make more changes. And on the fly, Threekit will create these augmented reality experiences for your customers. So they're sure that what they buy is going to fit in their space. It's going to be the color or the finish that they want. And it's just going to make sure that they add it to their cart and they don't return it at the end. So those are the three experiences. Virtual photographer, so I showed you how Threekit can replace photography studios. We showed you how that same 3D model used to create the virtual photography images can be used for a true 3D experience. And that same model, again, is used in the augmented reality experience, which happens on the fly without any apps or installations. So with that, that concludes the demo. I'll hand it back to Ishmael and we can wrap things up.
Thank you, Will. And yeah, definitely. And I hope the biggest takeaway there is, as we look at, proper e-commerce storefronts, driving customers to your site ultimately and giving them that right experience, it all revolves around visuals. And through the use of Threekit, it really helps solve that problem and, puts your team at ease because you're going to be able to provide all the visuals necessary and provide them all in a photorealistic fashion. So with that, I would like to just take a couple of moments here to chat about Threekit and who we are. And in general, our roots of our software date all the way back to 2005, where our founder, now CTO, Ben Houston, got to start within Hollywood. So if you've seen some of the larger blockbuster films like The Avengers, Avatar, and a few others, about 150 box office films, in certain scenes, utilizing 3D technology was actually derived by the roots of what is now Threekit. So back in 2016, Ben decided to shift his focus to the world of commerce and help provide e-commerce storefronts or online storefronts with those same high quality visuals that he provided there to scale. And now in 2020, Threekit is the global visualization leader. And these are just a few of the names that do partner in us and trust in us in being their visualization partner. So you would not be alone in this journey. Our expertise expands across multiple different verticals and many, many different use cases. So our team is very well knowledgeable with any sort of problem you are faced with. So with that, I would like to open up the floor for questions here. Also, if you would like to see augmented reality in action, pull out your phones, cameras, scan the QR code. A little notification should pop up on the top, and it should take you to our quick demo site where you will find about 5 different products, and within each product, you are going to have the opportunity to view it in augmented reality. So we'd love for any feedback on that as you are all exploring that. But any questions, please unmute yourself or send it in via chat. Okay, perfect. Henry, we have 2 questions. Question 1 is, and I'll answer these one by one. Question 1 is, what if I don't have a 3D object of my products? Great question, Henry. We do have a team of 3D experts, and we would be able to build out the 3D files for you. Typically, all it takes is 6 to 10 high-quality images at multiple different angles of a product for our team to then get to work by and creating those 3D files. Or if your product is small enough to ship to us, you can just send it to us and we can create it from there. And question number 2 is, do you provide the environments of the lifestyle shots? Do you only provide this environments for bathrooms? Will, I'll let you take this one to talk about the environments.
Yeah, definitely. So, it's just a customer by customer basis. This is an example store that we set up. So we have those environments in a library that we have. So it's just kind of up to the customer. If they don't mind using environments that we have in a library, we can use those. Otherwise, we can create new ones. Otherwise, there are tons of marketplaces where you can just kind of buy these assets and put them kind of in the environment so you can create your own. There's a lot of different approaches that you can take, but no, we are not limited to only bathrooms. Again, just like a real photography studio, you can set them up any way you'd like.
And with that, I'll buy everyone a couple of minutes in their day here. I would like to thank you all for joining. We hope you found some value here. And with that, thank you and enjoy the rest of your week, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, everyone.